Hello there, Lynx here, and it is time for a kissing what? What is this? There's no such thing, right? Let's go. Let's find out what this is about, of course. Oh, the speed is actually correct, nice. Catherine shuffled her way into the college counselor's office. Head bowed and eyes down, she didn't meet the older woman's gaze as she stood behind the seats, nor did she speak. Have you been ever to a counselor's office? I have not. No, I have been in primary school once. I don't remember what I did for. I did something, I don't remember what for. Whatever. After a few moments of silence, the sharp professional was the first to say something. Sit down, Catherine. I'm not going to bite. Obediently, the young woman shuffled into place, hands unconsciously smoothing down her skirt before she sat down. A few more moments of silence passed. Do you know why you're here today, Catherine? More silence. This is the punishment, you know. Your teachers and I are concerned about you. That is all. Still no response. Catherine, look at me. The teenage girl obediently turned her head up, dark eyes focusing on the woman's face, but refusing to meet her icy gaze. The woman absent-mindedly adjusted her glasses, just like Lynx does right now. A small, tight smile sat upon her face. Maybe I should have said like, just like I, the narrator, do now. Something like that. Anyway. Catherine! It's none of your business, Rose! Catherine said, surprisingly firm words from such a mousy girl. The smile became slightly tighter. Well, you have a voice after all. And no, I don't mind you calling me by my first name while we're in this office. I'm your friend, Catherine. And we are not in Japan, so you know. It's truthful, let's face it. You know, it's normal in other places, right? Countries. I don't have any friends. Somehow the word should have been a sulk, but with her chin forward and long dark hair framing her face like a portrait, she made sound like a badge of honor. That's a problem, Catherine. Most young women have a lot of friends, but you haven't had any for almost a whole year. Why is that? I don't want to talk about it. No question about it. There was a sulk in her voice this time. Your teachers tell me that you used to have a friend. That if you went everywhere together, Amber. Amber, wasn't it? What happened there? The girl's face screwed up like she'd bitten into a lemon. I don't want to talk about it. The counselor sat, fingers playing with a button on her jacket suit. What button? Would you like a glass of water, Catherine? It's getting very hot in this room. I have already, don't worry. Something in the woman's voice caused Catherine to meet her gaze for a moment. Just for a moment, but Catherine saw something warm and inviting there. Did she know? She shivered openly for some reason she couldn't quite understand. Alright. The counselor took a pitcher of water on her desk and poured out a glass for the girl. She took it, sipping on it. Huh? Make sure to drink it all, Catherine. Take your time. And start when you're ready. That's definitely how she's drinking right now. No, it's not. Oh, also, that was disgusting. I'm sorry. Catherine hadn't realized how thirsty she had been. Okay, it was like that. She has been so thirsty that she went like that, which was disgusting still. Within moments the glass was empty. Some of it spilled down the sides of her mouth, but it was so delicious she gulped it down as quickly as possible. Really? I mean, it doesn't taste technically like water on my side, but that's because I had something else there before, like an energy drink, so I still can taste it. Anyway, the counselor poured out another glass, which the girl took to sip on. She failed and gulped down as well, even faster. This time the water dripped down her chin and stained her clothing. What is wrong with you? Finally she spoke. She's my friend anymore because she's gross. Gross? I know Amber. She seems like a pretty clean and neat young woman to me. Does she like making tasteless jokes, perhaps? No, not like that. The girl sipped again. She... moment, and then it popped out like she couldn't stop it. She kissed me! The counselor didn't say anything at first, as if expecting more. And? Is that it? But it's gross! I don't want to kiss a girl! Catherine protested, spilling a little water in her hand. It's normal for girls your age to practice kissing on one another. Catherine, it isn't gross. It's why they call college the experimental years. Do they? I have no clue. Besides, if you didn't like it, why didn't you just ask her to stop? Catherine's face was flushed red, her eyes cast down. I did, but... On a camping trip, she started kissing me... On a camping trip, she started kissing me and wouldn't stop. She was trying to, continue and continue. And, and she just kept doing it every time we were alone. Her lips would be against mine, plumping out softly, and her tongue, it would make me feel wrong. She wouldn't do it in front of anyone, but she would look for an excuse to court me so she could try again. I just started avoiding her. So, you stopped being friends with her? Yeah, I like guys. I don't care if that's what she's into, but she just wouldn't stop. I don't get Catherine, to be honest. How can you be into guys? Come on, girl. Anyway. That's fair, Catherine. But I know Amber wasn't your only friend. What about Erika? The one with such lovely hair? Catherine somehow managed to turn even redder and squirmed in her seat. I thought she was different, but she was exactly the same. She spoke, her voice barely a whisper. Same? How? More kissing? Catherine shook her head, long hair swooshing back and forth. No! She kept trying to grab me! Well, if she was touching you without permission, that's wrong, but not gross. Okay. It is kinda grossful. No! The girl whined. She kept, grabbing me, Wait, like Twister games? I've heard they were common in the locker room among the students now. We're trying to crack down on it. No! We're standing in my house, and she suddenly... boom! Attacked me! Damn, what's wrong with my head? My other parts. She had, crazy stuff was happening. It was so shocking. It felt... Okay, so it was a long time before I managed to push her off and run away. So that's why you stopped being friends with her? Yes. Well, did you try to make new friends? Friends who didn't want to make a romantic advance on you? That wasn't romance. I'm dizzy. I made friends with Kelly and Nicole because they agreed that everyone was being weird and wanted normal friends. But it wasn't like that. Oh, they are sisters, right? I know them. But you're not friends now. Why not?
told them about Amber and Erika and, what was I saying? Oh yeah, they said their friends have been weird too, so we should hang out to keep safe from the, the girls interested in girls.
So then what happened?
It was normal at first. They were good friends, and, then I visited their house, and then,
What did they do? Catherine's face was now bright crimson, her hands between her legs, her eyes back down the floor. Tell me, Catherine, I want to know all the details. The sound of authority in a voice somehow broke through the shame and forced the girl's head up to meet her gaze. It was icy and piercing. Catherine suddenly felt very small, with her head unfocused except for those two words. Two? Where did I get the two? For those words. Tell me. Actually, there's the two words, I was correct. It was a voice that had to be obeyed. Was it?
We went to the room, and, then Kelly started, advances. And I told her not to do gross stuff. And, I asked Nicole for help. Nicole came over, and I thought she was gonna help me, but she said she just also become gross, And it's even more gross stuff. So I asked Nicole to make her stop, and, she acted like she was, but then she went gross too. And I told them to stop, really, but they wouldn't. And they told me it felt so good, and they couldn't stop. It was grossful. Then Nicole started, kissing me. And I told her it was gross, but she kept kissing and kissing. I'm straight, I swear, but they held me down, didn't let me go until they were done. It was awful. Or was it? That's weird. I don't know what I felt.
Weird? The counselor asked. Don't you mean good?
No!
The teen said firmly. Listen, we are at the university. She's clearly of adult age.
It was really weird and gross, and my stomach felt like it was full of million butterflies, and then...
Go on, Catherine. Don't be ashamed. I won't judge you. I will, for.
Her doing gross stuff made me feel really, really weird. I thought I was going to pass out or something. Nicole kept trying to tell me to, kiss her back and so on. Alright. It was weird, but, I enjoyed it. And, I was angry. I think I was angry about this. Was I?
So you stopped being friends? Their friends?
Yeah, I didn't want to do gross stuff.
Catherine let out a deep sigh. Catherine, you don't need to be embarrassed. You clearly enjoyed kissing another girl. And that's perfectly natural for a lesbian.
I'm not there!
Come on. Come on, girl. Yes, you are. Listen, that's why your friends all started doing this gross stuff. They are experimenting, that's all.
But
they are experimenting in a very weird way, by the way.
But I don't want to be a lesbian. I have to go back to normal where everyone isn't trying to, kiss me all the time.
That's alright, dear. If you aren't ready to experiment, that's fine. They shouldn't be able to kiss you until you want them to. If you want, I can teach you something very special, so they'll never touch you unless you want them to again. Catherine's body sagged, but her eyes shone.
Really?
Rose smiled, her neat triangular smile, and filled the student's glass again. Really? Drink the rest of the water and I'll tell you. What's in that water, by the way? Catherine looked at the pitcher and was surprised to find it was almost empty. She had been drinking it the whole time she was talking. She gulped the last glass down without even realizing it. Rose reached behind her neck and undid the clasp on her pendant, normally hidden underneath her clothes. For size, it was gold except for one thing. A ruby heart in the middle, which shone with refracted light.
Counselor Rose, I do feel a little sleepy.
Shh. The woman said, putting a finger to the girl's lips.
I'm going to show you the trick now. It's really easy. You just have to follow this pendant as it swings back and forth. You can do that for me, Catherine. Back and forth. Good, back and forth. Just follow the ruby center with your eyes. Back and forth. Listen to the sound of my voice, Catherine. All you can see is the pendant swinging. All you can hear is my voice. Back and forth. Listen to me.
Her eyes moved, following the pendant on its slow, lazy swing. The ruby heart in the center drawing her gaze to it.
You can't look away, Catherine. You can only look at the red light. You can only hear my voice.
The girl repeated, kind of. Her eyes riveted to the swing pendant as the light played over her face.
Good. My voice is inside your head, Catherine. The red light is inside your head. Your head is filled with all kinds of thoughts. As you watch the pendant swing back and forth, the red light is going through your eyes and into your head. It's burning away all those awful thoughts, every last one. It's leaving you empty. It's burning those thoughts away. There is nothing there.
The girl's expression became slack. A little bit of drawl trickled down from the corner of her mouth.
Your mind is empty. The only thing in your mind is my voice. It is the only thing inside you. It is the thought that moves you. It is stronger than all of those thoughts that burned away in the red light. No more thoughts will come while my voice is in your head. You will do anything I say, like it is your own thoughts.
The pendant stopped swinging. Its purpose served.
Anything you say.
Catherine spoke with a voice sounding eerily clear and devoid of emotion.
Good, Catherine. First, let's talk about the gross stuff. The gross stuff you did with your friends isn't gross. The gross stuff isn't gross. That stuff is fun stuff. It's great. It's better than rock and roll.
Okay,
and video games.
Okay, let's not go too far. No, it is for that. She's correct here.
Kissing girls is like being on a rocket ship.
Okay.
It makes you feel extra good, you know? And you want to do it all the time with all of your friends. Want to do it all the time.
Okay, this is kinda... okay.
Tasting a girl's mouth is like tasting candy. Taste mine.
Catherine's blank eyes looked up as the older woman came down, firmly planting her lips on the smaller teens. Rose grabbed the girl behind her head, pressing hard. That's the, I guess, the kissing therapy. Their lips touched together and Catherine shuddered. A little moan escaping. As her lips opened, Rose tongue flicked in, exploring, tasting, and Catherine's body responded, tongue flicking back. Rose grabbed it. We don't need to go into the details like this.
You love... You love to kiss with other women? You want to do it all the time. It's the best possible thing in the world. It's all you want to do with your friends, girl. When you leave here, you'll start doing the kissing all the time. And you'll love to come back to me for more lessons. You were the last one at the school, Catherine. And now you're all mine.
What? She rested her head against Catherine for a moment, drawing deep, savory breaths. She ran her hand over Catherine's face, pushing down her eyelids and closing her eyes. After a minute, she spoke softly but firmly.
Wake up. Huh?
A few months later, Catherine opened her eyes. She must have dozed off. Counselor Rose seemed to be okay, for she was smiling softly. She felt tired and hot, like she'd just run across the whole football field, but she felt good. Really, really good, like she hadn't in a long time.
It looks like our time is up, Catherine.
There was a soft knock at the door. The woman smiled, warm smile. Catherine beamed back.
Come in.
The girl who walked in had the long blonde hair. Catherine recognized her instantly, practically leaped from the chair.
Amber!
She said, throwing her arms around her friend. Her eyes met Amber's, their hands running over each other's bodies as well, for some reason.
I'm sorry I stopped being friends with you.
Catherine was sad once they caught their breath.
I don't mind the grass stuff anymore. It's not grass. I miss you too, Catherine.
Amber wrapped herself around Catherine, smiling happily. One hand... Never mind.
And I know it's not grass. I've been trying to tell you that. I'm glad you two are enjoying your time together. But it's time for Amber's counseling session.
Reluctantly, the two girls unwound themselves from each other, and Catherine walked out the door. Rose sat smiling softly, the pendant already in her hands. She slid her chair out from behind the desk, her legs spread wide. Okay, maybe that's too much details. The two looked at one another and smiled. Amber's eyes went blank. Thanks for reading. Finn. Wow, that's blinding as hell. Oh, you don't do that, come on. The game was dark. And you drop a freaking blinding screen. You don't do that, okay? This is punishable. Okay, prison. Oh my god. I don't know what to tell you about this game. I really don't know what to tell you about this game. It was interesting. I definitely would not want to participate in therapy like this, because I mean, clearly they are basically brainwashed. Let's face it, literally brainwashed there. Wait, there's another game on that? Wait a second. There's one that is like something you can't drop on YouTube. And there's a third one. Technically second one, I guess. So we basically played the save for YouTube version, right? Which I made even safer for YouTube for sure at the ending stage. Come on, I would not drop a not safe for work here. We know it, right? Huh. Anyway, I don't know how I feel about this. The artworks were nice. The character had nice designs. That's it. Well, still, it was the light screen. No, I can't have it turned on. That's the first thing. That light screen at the very end, for dude, you don't do it, really. Overall, for okay-ish, I guess. It was fun, you know, reading all of that. It was short for interesting. So I guess because she said that you are the last one, she's brainwashing every single girl in that university. That's crazy, dude. That's not. How does she even manage that? It's university. It's got to be big. There's got to be a lot of people there. Holy moly. Could one person manage that? Perhaps. I wonder also how many sessions it would take. For probably not many, given that she went out in one session, basically. Huh. Honestly, I have no clue what to say about this game. It was definitely interesting. I feel like there are more questions than answers for after the end of it for, and so on. One of the questions being, how did she manage to get entire university into, you know, being interested on lean girls? Interesting. Well, maybe there are more counselors over there who are in on that. Anyway, let's end it here. We'll get to 2 more games soonish. If you enjoyed, consider liking, subscribing. You have already, you know, all the good stuff. You can tell me what you think about the brainwashing part. I'm not necessarily into brainwashing, to be honest, which I think I said in the past in one of the games as well, but let's not deep dive into it. I'm just not into that stuff. Twitter, Instagram is there as well, Twitch as well. We are streaming occasionally Friday, Saturday, and now let's get some sleep. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.